Welcome everyone to my terrace office here. Coach Joe talking to you, teaching you about how to close leads remotely, how to close contracts, how to close deals, how to create great partnerships when you've never met the other person. And that is what most people have to do right now, kind of invented from nothing, and they have not had to practice those skills before because you've been able to rely on the physical meeting. So how do we start? What do we do? I keep cutting these videos to teach you how. What I'm going to zero in on right now is how do you instill the confidence in a prospective client that you can actually translate the soft skills you're teaching them, because that's really, if you're selling services, and I am speaking to those of you who are selling consulting or services, how can you show them that the way your service will translate into more revenue for them? So that is what you have to prove. I almost want to start there. I'm gonna just have it be a given that your service is great. That has to be great, right? But let's say that is already given. I want you to begin to form the argument, how could I show how it translates? You can do that in a few ways. You can do it by showing examples from your own life, having case studies from former customers and clients. But let's say you have none of it. Let's say you just started with your service and you have no evidence yet. That's when you have to do an ASIF case study for yourself in what is it that you can provide that creates that value for people, that translates into income, into revenue. It has to translate into revenue. I can't emphasize that enough. So, for example, if you can show people that, let me give you an example. Okay, in my case, right, coaching. People who coach can coach anything. It really helps if you coach something very specific. Like I only coach people in the finance industry, right? Okay, and then that presupposes that you have some kind of finance education. Now you can drill down on specifics. But let's say you are a soft skills coach, project management, things that you might be great at, but it's really hard to prove the bottom line. It's really hard to prove the bottom line. All right. What I would say is, using myself as an example, I had this client once, we worked together for a while. He really, really, really wanted to retire early. He wanted to sell his company. And I worked with him, and at the end of our engagement, he sold his company for $100 million. That really actually happened in the software and technology industry. So that's one way. You have to have a few of those in your back pocket. Or if you don't have those case studies, you would look at a case and you would describe what you would do with them, which is exactly what you would do when you present a service to someone. You hear what it is that they are dealing with, and then you would tell them what you would do with them and what would happen after you did that, so that they can see it before they engage you. Does that make sense?